Switch.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mike 280. Let's go, D. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got it. Deuce. No.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Penny, the first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Don't get nervous. Let's twist. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Run it.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the right room. 56, one down, 4 down.
Wilson. That's going to be caught. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Here we go. Slam.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
57.
Now.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, 0. Check 43. Good job right there. And let's go double count right here. Double count. All goes special.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check. Joker. Hey.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
X3, 218, chopper.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
6-6, pull it high.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Bortles. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. To throw is Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, and that will force a turnover on downs.
380.
Mike 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
What?
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Alert, 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 alert. Bang out, bang out. Bam, bam. Touch 50, touch 50. Boost the team.
Spot. No.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check, Mike. Hey. 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down 10 at the 49-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Out of the shotgun, Breida. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now it's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They run with Breida. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Breida, he'll try the right side. And some space here. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Quit talking about it and wing it.
Ready?
On second down, it's Coleman. And some room to run now. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 77 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Here we go. 14. Back. Watch 20. I'll go special. Check your hot read.
From the 31, Wilson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, switch gears.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Great. 380. Still got 4 down.
Yo.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, keep. Let's get it.
18.
Check three.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D4 make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Bang out. Bam.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try the right side here with Penny. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, alert.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that.
Look for signal.
Check. 54 Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his car.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Mike's 57's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
Watch the whip. Hey, alert 3. SOS.
Rush in.
Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Right here. Watch the twist. Wide. Get wide.
Look for signal. There. Hey, alert. Still got 4 down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
40.
Throwing is Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Block that. Let's go. Come on.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Watch the curl.
Front left. 14.
Bang. Check 31. Watch the ship. Hey.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On the tackle. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
I'm coming after you.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
The
up.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 45-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Got it. 14. Got it. Hey, alert.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Penny running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
14. Got it.
Hey, check 24. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Kill.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Touch 50.
Safety creep. Deuce.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Tight yard. Under 10. 10. He's coming. We got double up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson, it's caught, Lockett. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Wilson wants to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Seahawks. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
He's coming. Double up.
This is Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.